In this video, I will demonstrate how you can apply for the Back to Education allowance on MyWelfare. You can see we are on the MyWelfare homepage, and from here to find Back to Education allowance, we have a choice of three ways of getting in. So, Pathways to Work chip, the Out of Work Payments chip, or the Health Disability Illness chip. For this demonstration, I am going to select Out of Work Payments. From here, we could then see Back to Education allowance. I can then select on Find Out More. Before you select Apply now, you can read this information here in front of you. But once you are happy to continue, you can then select on Apply Now. If you haven't logged in yet with your verified MyGovID account, you will be asked to do so at this stage. So you can insert your email address and your password, and then you can select Login with MyGovID. Okay, so you can see here that we are on the Back to Education Allowance starter page. This page gives you information on what questions you will have to answer as you proceed through the online application. So you can read this information here in front of you. You can see there are 7 different sections altogether. Please note that your progress will be saved as you complete your application. You may leave the page or close your browser and return to complete your application where you left off for a period of 14 days. After this period, the information you have entered will be deleted. So once you are ready, you can then select Start Application. The first page then is course type, and there is one question, as you can see on this page. Are you applying for a full-time course? So this is a yes or no answer. And if you answer no to that question, you will be presented with this kick-out screen and you will not be able to proceed any further, as Back to Education allowance only covers full-time courses of education at further or higher level. You can see we have now moved into address. So please review the address that is associated with your account below, which is here. There is an option to change my address if necessary. You can start by typing in the address or the area code in the box available. But if I am happy with the address that is currently displayed on the system for me, I can confirm this by ticking this box here. I confirm that the address provided above is the address where I currently live. Once you are happy to proceed, you can then select Save and Continue. We then move into Background. So have you spent time on any of the following in the last 12 months? So please select the most recent one you engaged in or are currently attending. So you have a choice here of multiple answers. There is follow-up questions for each selection that you pick. For this demonstration, I'm going to select Community Employment Scheme. The follow-up question asks, are you currently engaged in the Community Employment Scheme? If yes, you can insert the start date. If no, you need to enter the start date and then enter the end date. Then, have you been awarded statutory redundancy in Ireland in the past 12 months? Please note that if you have taken voluntary redundancy, you may not have immediate access to Back to Education allowance. So if we answer yes or no to that question, I can then select Save and Continue. Okay, so you can see we have now moved into Education History. So please select the highest qualification you have achieved in Ireland or abroad. And if you have studied abroad, you can search for the Irish equivalent to your qualification on the qqi.ie link here. So you will need to select one of the four answers. Depending on the answer you select will depend on the follow-up question. So as an example, if I select third level, further or higher education, the follow-up question asks, what level of qualification was this course? And again, I need to select one of the below answers. Please provide the title of the course you completed, and please enter the date you completed this course. And finally, on this page is, have you attended a course that you did not complete? If yes, again, you will need to select what level of qualification was this course. So you can select one of these answers here. You will need to insert the course title, and there is also a free text box for you to insert the reason for not completing the course. You can see there is also an option to add another course if needed. But once you have answered all the questions on this page, you can then select save and continue. We have now moved into course details. So what is the title of the course you are applying for? So you can type in the course title in the box available. As an example, I'm using business. Then please enter and select the name of the school, college or university that provides this course. So as an example, I'm going to type in Trinity College, and that name should pop up automatically, and then I can select Trinity, which allows me to move on to the next question. What level of qualification is the course you are applying for? Select one of the answers. Move down the page. Is the course you are applying for part of a Springboard Plus program? This is a yes or no answer. Then you can select save and continue. The second page of course details then is timeline. So how long is the course you are applying for? What year of the course will you be entering? Please enter the course start date for the upcoming academic year. Then select save and continue. Finally, in course details, then we have additional information. The first question asks, why do you think this course will increase your employment chances? You can see here we have a free text box available to insert the reason for pursuing this course. This free text box has a total limit of 1,000 characters to insert your answer into. Next question asks, do you have your college registration letter for this course? Yes or no here. And have you applied or do you intend to apply for the student support grant? So that's the SUSI grant for this course. If you answer yes, you have a follow-up question. Do you have your SUSI award letter? This is a yes or no answer. For if no, you can then select save and continue. We have now moved into documents. Because I selected previously that I do have the college registration letter, I am asked in this section to upload a photo or scan of the below documents to support your application. This is my college registration letter. This is written confirmation from your course provider that you are registered as a full-time student. So I have an option to choose a file from my desktop, or I can drag and drop the file into this area here. There is also an option to post this document instead by ticking this box here. And please note, if you are posting any documents, the address of where you send the document will depend on your qualifying scheme. And you can check the corresponding address to the qualifying schemes by clicking this link here. Once you are happy to continue, you can then select Save and Continue. We are now in Payment Method. So which account would you like to be paid into? So if you have an existing bank account already saved on the department system, you will be presented with that information here. So you can select an existing bank account, or you can add a new bank account. There is also an option to add a new post office. For this demonstration, I am going to select an existing bank account, then select Save and Continue. Finally, then we have moved into the summary page. So before you submit your back to education allowance, you can review your answers before submitting. You can see here on the right hand side of each box here there is a plus sign, and if we select the plus sign we can get our previous answers in more detail. You can also see that there is an edit button. So if I'm not happy with any of my previous answers, I can select the edit button and I will be brought back to that section of the application. Once you are happy, you can read this declaration here in front of you, and you can confirm you have read and agreed to the above declaration by ticking this box here, and then you can select Submit. So success, your application has been submitted. So you can then select to go back to My Account. Back on our dashboard, then we can see that the back to education allowance is under review, and we've also received a notification to confirm that the application has been submitted. So we can read this in more detail now. Thank you for your recent back to education allowance application. Your application has been successfully submitted and is awaiting a review from an officer. If any further or additional information is needed, an officer will contact you through a MyWelfare notification. You can also view your application through this button here. Hope you found this information useful, and thank you.